somebody something.
Works. Very good. All right. Yeah.
Test 1, 2.
All right, welcome everybody to the third race of the season in the vSpeed FRT Contender Series. My name's Ryan Chall, and we're helping our friends out here at the vSpeed FRT Contender Series, giving them a hand with some broadcasts, get them started, and some recognition for the hard work they all put in. I've got Jim Walton helping us out tonight. How you doing, Jim?
Thanks for having me, Ryan. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, happy to have you. So we're getting ready to get qualifying started here, so we'll take a watch at these guys putting in some laps, hopefully, if we can, see what we see. pretty stacked group of guys they've got in this league. Last week, Dan Shamoon won the Auto Club race. I didn't get a chance to see that one. Did you happen to see that race last week? I wasn't around.
Yeah, it was actually pretty decent. There was a couple mishaps, but they made it through the race okay. And Dan showed them the weight around the field pretty good.
He normally does.
Yeah, he's kind of good like that. But this track's going to be a little bit of an equalizer. Of course, we're at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's a 1.5-mile track. It's a pretty grippy track, so it's going to be kind of even racing here. It's going to be kind of some pit strategies going on. We're probably going to see some pretty decent door-to-door racing out of them tonight.
Yeah, I would certainly think so. I haven't run Las Vegas since all of these market changes happened on iRacing, but um, I've had a chance to run a few of the tracks since I've taken some time off, and the new physics model and the tires and everything else has really made a difference to these tracks. It seems like.
Yeah, this track here in the all week long in the open races has had its good and bad races for sure. It's almost like a little mini Daytona. So it's gonna be a race of who survives what.
Yeah, well, we'll get to see kind of where these guys stack up in qualifying here in just a minute.
Yeah, looks like we got Todd Cray leading the way as of right now. Got a nice little lap of 325 or 30-25 going on here. See if anybody else has got anything for him.
Trying to see if we've got times put in already. Yep, so we've got Todd up top. Jeremy Gardner's got the second place time pretty close there, 30.27. And another real close time. These guys are pretty well stacked on top of each other, 287, 292, 300, 308.
Yeah,
So they've really put in some quick times today.
8/100 separates the position 1 and position 10, so that's not a lot.
Certainly is not. Got 3 minutes gone by here in the what is to be a 5-minute qualifying session. So if they're going to get out there and do a lap, they got to get out there now.
Yeah, they got to be pretty quick. You got 2 on the track now. You got Anthony and Dan out there now putting their laps down. So I'd look for Dan to be pretty close to the front there, though.
Yeah, well, he got a pretty fast first lap, 30.84, or 30.7. Oh, sorry, 32.75, 30.84 from Anthony Promoda. And Dan got
Ooh.
up there fourth place for Shamoon.
Yep.
Promoda didn't pick up too much on that second lap.
It doesn't look like it.
30.44.
Still probably have about a third of the field that haven't qualified. I'm not sure if they're going to qualify or not. We'll see.
Well, it doesn't look like if they're not already out there finishing a lap, they're not qualifying because we've only got about 20
Yeah.
seconds left. So
Yeah.
I know we have a 5-minute practice session, 5-minute warm-up session here after qualifying. So um, we'll take a quick moment after qualifying ends here, and we'll be right back with everybody for the start of the race.
Get everybody to move up to the main lobby here right quick. And
All right, we're watching the end of practice session here. It's got a couple seconds to go before we get to the green flag of race 3 here at the vSpeed FRT Contender Series, powered by Nitro. Like we were talking about earlier, should be a pretty good race. What do you think we're going to see tonight?
Again, I think we're gonna see a lot of door-to-door action tonight. This track's kind of an equalizer. It's almost like a super speedway. So there's going to be a lot of people that are running side by side, 2 wide, 3 wide racing. So I think it's going to be a pretty exciting race.
Yeah.
We got Todd Cray is going to roll off into pole. Got Jeremy Gardner on the outside pole, followed by Dan Fowley, Dan Shamoon, Ron Thomas, Dalton Cowden, Justin Gann, Joe Weaver, Josh Harden, and Patrick bringing up 10th place. That's your first through 10 rolling off the grid here today.
We've got the grid up there for them. Move through there. It should be a good race, like you said. We can see how Todd can get these guys started. We can hold on to the lead for a little while, or if any of these guys want to quick try to take that away from him.
It should be the draft's gonna play a big key in this race at the beginning. We should see them start getting a little strung out maybe by lap 18, lap 20. If we get a good long run in, let's hope we do.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see some green flag racing tonight instead of what we do see sometimes. But from what I've heard about this league, these guys, and what I know about everybody in it, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some green flag racing most of the night.
Me too. I believe that. I believe there's some really good racers in this league here. I've personally raced with several of them and consider several of my friends. So they're, I think we're going to be in good for a good show. These guys are going to put on a good show for everybody tonight.
All right, well, they're rolling 2x2 round. Smile and a half Speedway. Going to be 83 laps. Do we have any competition yellows or anything we get in this league, or is this just straight up?
No, straight up.
No segments, no segmentation at all.
Nope.
All right.
Run what you brung and hope you brung enough.
That's it.
All right, looks like they're getting ready to come out of turn 4 here. We're getting ready to go green. Lights off on the pace truck.
Oh, these guys got some nice paint schemes going on.
All right, we have gone green. Looks like Todd's going to lead them off into turn 1 here.
Yeah, he holds on to the lead there. Is able to stay down the bottom and hold on to it.
Jeremy was able to jump down and get in there behind him. I'd look for Dan to make some moves quick and early, though. You got to pass early on this track. As those tires get to wearing, it's start losing grip.
Yeah, what I'm gonna have to do here real quick is fix the.
All right, so Todd Cray leads that first lap.
I'm gonna fix these guys' paint schemes for them. When I said that, I noticed that I didn't have my proper setting for custom paint schemes, so we'll let these schemes all reload so we can actually see what's going on.
I got you.
Looks like we're gonna have a fight for the lead here.
Yep, looks like Jeremy done got on the inside of Todd there.
He did. Looks like he's gonna be able to make the pass here.
Yeah.
And he does. Completes the pass on lap 3.
It's 2 by 2 for a lot of the way back there.
I don't think Todd's gonna give up too soon. We got Dan breathing down there next though in that number 8 car. He's coming hard to the inside here. He looks like he may try to make a move on Cray here shortly.
Yeah, Dan's like a shark. He's just hunting his prey at the moment.
He's not gonna rush either. He's I've run with Dan a lot. He takes his time. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he'll be calculated when he makes his move.
So as we said earlier, this league is supported and powered by Nitro. Great setup shop. Russ runs that place, and he's got it off the ground nicely. He's a good friend of mine, and he's running back in 16th place right now. Take a look back in the field here. Take a look at some of these other guys.
Yep, Russ is another one that takes his time. He just kind of hangs around to see what everybody else is doing, and the next thing you know, he's right behind you.
Yeah, I notice that all the time. Most of the time, I'm looking at his bumper, so he's not usually behind me too long.
Yeah. Russ is good. Russ is good people. The whole bunch over at Nitro is good people. It's a good place for people to hang out. We have a good time over there. Everybody's welcome, no matter what your affiliation is. So.
And what's their website over there? So if anybody watching wants to check them out, they can check them out.
That's nitro-racing.com.
Nitro-racing.com, guys. You need some setups, you need some help with your game, go check them out, and Russ and the guys would be happy to help you out.
Yeah, the link to the Discord's on the front page there. You're welcome to click that link and join the Discord.
Looks like Todd, sorry to cut you up there. Todd was making a run back for the lead. These guys are going door to door for first there, and giving Dan a little bit of a window here to get right to their bumper.
Yeah, they're running hard. I'm really shocked that he's making that high side work that long. But he's wearing those tires while he's doing it, though.
I've always liked the high side here, but again, I haven't run this package that much yet, so I don't know how much damage he's gonna end up doing to those tires. As we see Jeremy get down on the apron there and try to make up some speed.
Yeah, last year we could run up high, but this year it's the fast way's been around the bottom.
That's what I've been hearing from everybody. That the bottom seems to be the way to go around here. It's just a bit more comfortable around the top. These cars, the trucks especially, like to get loose on you as the run goes on. If you're pushing them too hard around the bottom, it feels like.
Well, the trucks, you're going to see two different types of setups. You're going to have the ones that are really trimmed out, and then you're going to have the ones that are running a lot of downforce. So, either way, one's going to be fast on the straightaway and one's going to be fast in the corner. So it's going to be interesting to see which one of those types of setups ends up making that long run.
Whichever one does better for the tires will be faster at the end. You would almost think that the setup that optimized the corners so that you didn't burn your tires up as much would be better throughout the long run, because you'd have more tire left to continue to really push through the corner as you got going, whereas the one that was burning the tires early would fall off in the corners, which is where you're going to need to make your speed, I think. What do you think?
Well, the smart guys like Dan and Russ and some of these, Josh Harbin's another hard charger. You got Jimmy Babb out there, long-time real life crew chief. These guys are being smart. They're back there saving the tires a little bit too. They're not up here running hard. They're staying right there in the hunt, but they're just not running quite as hard as these guys are up front. And you watch them, if they make a long run about lap 20, 25, you're going to start seeing them guys come to the front.
We're starting to get more single filed out here near the front. We've had the same three guys up front. Jeremy Gardner's running first, Todd Cray's running second, Dan Shamoon in third. We haven't talked much about Dalton Cowden there. He's been running in the 4th to the 6th position. He's up 2 spots from where he started, followed by Ron Thompson, and then Dan Fowley and Richard Malaguni. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he's a good guy on here too. He came up from just learning how to run these trucks, and I remember when he was kind of scared to get out on the track with everybody, and now he's out there running up front with them. So he's done a really great job.
Right. There's a lot of talent out there. Even got Rachel Hunt out there tonight too. That's another tough competitor. She's a wheel woman.
Yeah, I don't ever like having to run against her. She usually wipes the track with me pretty quickly.
Yeah, she's not shy about wiping the track with you. That's for sure.
No, not with anybody.
Now you're starting to see them trucks move around a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like the handling's going to start to become an issue here in a little bit.
Yeah, so they're just starting to get a little bit of wear in those tires, and they're losing a little bit of grip. So they're hunting around a little bit trying to find that grip.
We've gotten to lap 13 now. I shouldn't say it, but caution free through the first 13 laps. And we got 2x2 up front now for the lead. Dalton is looking to, he was 3 wide for a second there, but the 21 car of Todd, who's now falling back just a little bit, decided to be smart about it and not push that issue. Although,
Looks
when
like-
I speak a little early.
Yeah, it looks like Dan's going to take that lead. He's tired of riding behind somebody now. He's going to want to ride up front. Some of these guys are running taped up a little bit too, so running behind somebody's definitely not helping that situation.
Well, that 42 car just looked like he got a little bit loose. Jeremy Gardner there trying to hold it down the bottom and was able to hold on to it, but that's going to be something to watch here in the next few laps.
Yeah. A couple of these boys. Oh, we got one in the wall.
No caution yet. Who was that in the wall?
I think that
Looked like
was-
Doug Chappelle, maybe?
It was Rachel.
Oh, was it Rachel?
Yep, Rachel. I guess we shouldn't have talked about her. We gave her bad luck.
Commentator's curse, man. That's the way it goes. Sorry, Rachel. We didn't mean to do that to you.
Got another spinner coming off of 4 here. The 16 truck.
Rachel's now on pit road. Take a look at her
Yeah,
coming down pit road.
The 16 truck is coming down pit road backwards.
He is. Look at that. That's Tim Henderson. He better not speed going that way. I don't know if he's going to have any problem getting stopped. We'll see here in just a second. This should be interesting. Oh, he's got to stay on.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good job of getting yourself down pit road, I have to say.
Right. I have to say that I don't believe I've seen that in sim racing before.
I definitely have not actually seen it live, I can tell you that. As we get back out to some action out on the track with Dan still leading, Dalton in second, and Todd in third. Josh Harbin made his way up to fourth. He's made up 5 spots since the start of the race after starting in P9. That's pretty good.
Yep. The other one you can't ever count out. So Doc.
Oh yeah, Doc's
Doc's been around for a while. He will definitely put a hurting on you if he can.
Yeah, Doc's a good guy. We like I like running with him. Now we are single file through the top, what, 10 or so? Take a look from the powered by Nitro blimp cam at the single file run. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 cars first 2x2 is going to be 11th and 12th. Joe Weaver and Cody Morgan. And Doc right behind them. We were just talking about him.
Yep.
As we take a look back through the field, let's go focus on Doc for a second back here and watch the middle of the field here. You were saying?
Right now, the fastest lap of the race is Anthony Pomoda's. He's run a 13:32. I mean a 30:32.
That is pretty quick. That's almost a tad quicker than anybody else.
Getting it around in, yeah.
Everybody's about 30 and a half, give or take. And it looks like we got our first exit of the night. Tim Henderson looks like he's not going to be able to continue, showing us off the track and out. Unfortunate for him. Rachel's oh no, never mind. I misread that. He's exiting pit road is what it looks like. Rachel just came back onto pit road now.
Yeah,
Looks
she's
like
probably
she's gonna
trying
need
to
some more
fix
service.
the damage.
Yeah. Some battles all over the track. Looking at the 62 and who's at the 28 car, Weaver? Wooer, sorry. Apologize for that. The 45, who's not really the 45, I guess, here. That's, yeah, Anthony Promoda, actually. That's, Promoda's trying to make his way through the field. So I'm trying to get all these numbers down first night here.
Right.
As we talked about, a lot of green flag racing. 22 of 83 laps completed. Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
And
Out in the
it's still
desert.
green.
Still green flag, it is.
Oh, let's hope that's a good sign, and these guys just keep racing so we can put that show on for the people.
I was just going to say, it's out in the desert, but it's a night race. It's still 64 degrees.
Right.
Got a 9-mile-an-hour wind. Cloudy skies. But track temperature is only 67 degrees, so it's cooled off pretty substantially with the fact that it's a night race under the lights.
Yeah, these guys are going to get all gripped up here and start wearing that right rear tire, and it's going to get slick.
And so as we can see, nobody in the lead's made a pit stop yet. Everybody's showing about 17 laps.
Right now, they should be able to get about 45 laps. Whether they go that whole entire way, I don't know. You may see some varying pit strategies in this race because it is going to be a two-stop race. So we'll see. Let's see who blinks first.
Well, if they can get 45, you think they can get 45 laps in? There's only 83 laps total, so if they can go 45, that's it's going to make it a one-stop race, but that's going to depend on the tire wear, I think. Here, I don't know about fuel, but
correct.
If anybody can make it 45 laps on tires and fuel, then they're only going to have to stop once.
Yes, that is correct, but I don't think it's going to be a very good handling. Plus, you're going to be so much faster on new tires.
That is true.
You would make that time back up pretty quick, especially if you're at the front when you pit. If you're in the back, it may be worth it to try to run it out. But if you're up front, I think a two-stop race is going to be the best way to go.
Well, Dan is still holding on to the lead here. You can see even he's getting a little yacht out going into turn 3 there, coming back to the front stretch to complete lap 26 of 83.
Yeah.
And,
I would almost say you may start seeing pit stops around lap 30 because they're starting to get a little wiggly here, starting to stretch out a little bit.
Well, we're going to find out very shortly here. Like I said, we're getting towards lap 30, so we'll see how close you are in that prediction. We've got Henderson, Hunt, and is it Chappell?
Yeah.
Doug Chappell or Chappell?
Chappell.
Yep. Showing laps down at this point. Otherwise, we've got the whole field on the lead lap and everybody within 5 seconds.
Okay, so you're starting to see some of these trucks that were kind of towards the back kind of move up to the front now because they saved the tires a little bit. So now they're probably going to be a little bit better on grip than these trucks that have been running real hard up front.
You know, our biggest move of the race so far, Jim Johnson in the 92 truck. 8 spots since the start of the race. Started 19th, currently running 11th. I haven't run much with Jim, but at 4260 I rating, definitely going to be somebody to watch for.
Yes, sir. We got a lot of high I rating out there, so.
We certainly do. There's 10,000 I rating between the front two, so.
Yeah. We figure the SOF is 3248. That's not too bad for a truck race.
Definitely not too bad for a league race either. Pretty stout field they've got here this league. But Doc had told me they've been around for how many years now? This is what, their 10th season they've been doing this.
Yeah, they've been around for a while. You got Cody Morgan and Ron Thompson moving up now. They were kind of hanging around towards the end of that lead pack, and now they're starting to show some speed here towards the end of this fuel run.
We're watching Cody Morgan now, the 33 truck. Cody and Dan, the lone Canadians in the field.
Right.
Better watch out. Maybe they're trying to invade. Who knows?
You never know. You got Jim Johnson lurking back there a little bit too now, so I think Jim's just kind of hanging around saving his stuff too.
And he's running the 9th position. Well, he's I don't know how much he's saving. He's up 10 positions since the start of the race. He's the biggest mover, like we said. Started in 19th position, currently running 9th. Dan is still holding on to small lead. Looks like here they're really pushing hard all over the track, starting to run side by side. I've seen a couple 3 wides. Oh, 30 car just about lost it. 92 car out of the way. Everybody scatters, and they did a really good job holding on to that. That could have been a very, very big mess. We've got That
Yeah,
nitro truck there, the 92 stuck in the middle.
And Dalton Calton's done taken over the lead from Dan. Got him going into 2. So you got Dalton running first, Dan running second, and Todd Cray running third, and Josh Harbin slowly sneaking his way up there. You got Anthony Promoter's though moved up, what, 9 positions as well. He's running 6th. He's doing a good job tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can let us take a look back at this little bit of craziness that happened here. Let's see if this works. See, look back. I think this was the incident that almost happened just a minute ago. If I don't have it. Yeah, this looks like. If you watch these guys come off the corner pad, they just about got into each other, and it's either this corner or the next corner. Just about lost it, and Jim did a really, really good job holding on to it. Yeah, right here. We'll see Johnson stayed off him. Got the picture of the 33 car there, but get back to the live action. Maybe we'll take a look at that at the end of the race. Keep that in mind. And now we're starting to see some pit stops. We had Richard Malaguni on pit road just a minute ago. We'll see if the leaders start to do the same thing. Cowden took the lead from Shamoon just a minute ago. Looking to see if I can find that pass for the lead for everybody, but we'll stay on this here as they're fighting for first still. Dan's fighting back underneath him to try to take that lead back coming into pit stops here very shortly. Looks like they've got a little bit of a gap on the field now too. Top 3 have run out to about 1 second in front of Harbin, who's running 4th, up 5 positions from 9th, and Promoda up 9 positions actually in 6th. Who's about 2 seconds, 3 seconds off this lead too. Dalton looks like he's starting to search up top a little bit for some speed, seeing if that top side's come in any from the bottom where everybody was running.
Right. Dan's gone back out front. Looks like Dan and Dalton are pulling away from him a little bit there. Almost a second advantage over 3rd place Todd Cray.
We'll keep an eye on pit lane here on the bottom of the screen and who's on pit road and who's not. And what the pit strategy may look like. Throw that on here for everybody too and see how long everybody's been out there. Obviously our leaders haven't pit yet, so going on 39 laps, 40 laps. Well, you might be right though. These guys may be able to go 45, and that might be what they're trying to do. At least go 43.
Yeah, it looks like as long as they're able to maintain their speed, they'll be okay. I think now that they're out front and in clean air, they can kind of save a little bit and not be quite as aggressive.
Well, if we're looking at Dan and Dalton, their best laps were 30.57 and 30.64, and they just ran 31.4 and 31.5. So they've fallen off about a second, whereas some of the people running towards the mid to back of the pack, same thing, 30.5, 31.7. So the top couple guys are maintaining about 0.2 more speed than the field actually. At least for the last few laps anyway.
Yeah, they're definitely kicking off some good times, that's for sure.
And they essentially ran the same times as each other last lap, 31.5 and 31.54. With Dalton having the advantage by that. And then again, last lap, 31.56, 31.56. They're right on top of each other.
Looks
no
like
advantage.
Jim pitting. He's going to be one of the first ones that were running up front pitting.
Get stopped in his pit box there. Like he's having a decent stop time wise. I wouldn't be surprised lap 43 or so, coming maybe this time or next time, to see Dan and Dalton head down pit road, try to cover their pit stop here.
I would expect those guys to come in at any moment.
Yeah, after we get through pit stops here, we'll give everybody watching a rundown of the field. Give everybody some camera time, rather than these leaders who hog up all the time. Got a few more guys deciding to come down pit road. Joe Wooer, Dan Fowley, just entering pit road. Tim Henderson's on pit road right now. It looks like he had some damage perhaps, though. He's been on pit road for about 5 minutes now, 5.5 minutes. We are hearing somebody calling out pitting.
Yeah, Timmy Longwood's going to come into the pits now. Josh Harbin's in. Ron Thompson's in. Nicholas Casey's in.
Here. 55 is calling out. He's coming in. That's Tyler Bentley. We'll watch watch his pit entry here.
Dan and Dalton are just continuing to run it out, so they're going to make it a one-stop race, that's for sure.
Yeah, they sure are. Flap 46 they're at now. They've got to be running pretty low on fuel.
Yeah, I would see them coming in the next lap.
Fitness lap.
Todd Cray's coming in.
42 pitting.
Also got
Dan Shamoon just peeled off, coming down pit road. It's like Jeremy Gardner's pitting.
This is going to trump the whole field now. Almost the whole top. Yeah, the whole top 10 is coming to pit road now.
Yep.
Dalton, Anthony, Patrick, and Cody. Looks like they are the only ones that have not stopped yet.
Correct. I would say that they would be coming in this time. Yes, they are.
Dalton's going to give up the lead here. And gray and green nitro trucks. Cool looking paint scheme he's got there.
Dan coming off pit road now.
Looks like Dan is going to be the de facto leader, I would think still. I think he had enough of a lead to hold on to it. Should be able to get back around the track before these guys are able to get off pit road.
So that's probably going to put several trucks a lap down.
Find out here in just a second.
Well, it's kind of late to clear it now after I hit that road, bud.
Well, as of right now, looks like we have 4 off the track. We have Tim Henderson, Rachel Hunt, and Doug Chappelle. Looks like they've retired to the garage.
That's unfortunate. Those guys, short night. Lap 48 of 83 now, coming to lap 49. We got everybody on and off pit road already once. Still green flag racing here at Las Vegas. Appreciate everybody that's watching for tuning in to this impromptu broadcast that decided to help our guys out here with, and hope everybody's enjoying it. And I appreciate you for coming and not making me talk to myself all night.
Not a problem. I don't mind helping.
I give all these guys a lot of credit for doing these broadcasts every week, multiple nights a week. I used to do some stuff with Brian Britt and those guys, and man, it's not an easy job to come out here and talk everybody through race. You think you do it with your friends all the time, you just talk about what you see, but it's a little harder than most people give it credence for. As we see the 92 and the 8 car battling there for 3rd and 4th place.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Dalton was able to hang on to the lead after that. Josh is running 2nd, with Dan running 3rd.
Yeah, we talked about Josh earlier, and also Jim Johnson now 16 spots he's picked up. Biggest mover. Well, he was the biggest mover. Gary, I'm going to butcher this. Jeziorski is
Correct. That's
um,
close. That's close enough.
Oh right, he's up 16 spots. He was up 17, but
Yeah.
just lost a spot to Nicholas Casey. So him and Johnson right now share the biggest mover award for tonight, which we'll have to think of a good sponsor for that that we can make up and not really have one for.
Right.
Um,
Well, as it played out, we only have one truck lap down. That's Timmy Longwood. Perry's in danger of going a lap down because he's right in front of the leaders right now. So he's probably going to be going a lap down here shortly.
yeah, Perry is 28 seconds back. So yeah, he's only got probably about a second and a half to the leaders, as they're gonna be wanting to come by him pretty quickly, I would think.
Yeah, they're going to go around him pretty quick. But we definitely have a breakaway group here that's that
Yeah, we've got. So I told everybody we'd run them through the field. So you can see there on the right-hand side of your screen, we've got Josh Harbin, who actually just had his position taken over by Dalton Cowden. So we've got Dalton running in first, Josh Harbin running second, Dan Shamoon running third, Jeremy Gardner in the fourth position, Todd Cray running fifth, Jim Johnson up 13 spots. So now Gary still has that spot now, up 15, but Jim Johnson up 12 spots in the seventh position. Ron Thompson lost a couple since he started, back 3 spots to the 8th position. Nicholas Casey running 9th, and Doc Stout, who just took that 9th position away from Nicholas Casey's running 9th, so Nicholas is now in 10th. Gary Jazorski up 15 spots, biggest mover so far. In 11th, Tyler Bentley, Joe Weaver, Dale Davis, Ryan Lang, Bill Gary, Justin Gann, Russ Bosford, James Babb, and Patrick Solianer?
your guess is good as mine.
I
I would
apologize
murder
for
it
getting
too.
that wrong. That's your top 20. We have a couple cars here. Dan Fowley and Cody Morgan still on the lead lap, but struggling a little bit. 12 seconds back in that last pack of 4 cars. And then Perry and Tim Henderson already have lost a lap, so they're a couple cars at least a lap down. Got 2x2 there. The 21 car and the 42 car battling for 5th and 6th position.
Yeah, this group up front, they're going to be tough toward the end. It's going to be who can keep those tires under them for these last 28 laps. So
these guys are starting to get pretty racy here in this front pack. Take a look, kind of focus on these guys now going towards the mid to end of the race here and see what kind of action they want to show us. Like I said, we've still had green flag racing this whole time. We got a set of green flag pit stops put in there. Looks like that is going to be the only pit stop that we see tonight if we stay green. A caution here would certainly throw up something into the mix, because as of right now it looks like Cowden, Harbin, Shamoon, Promoda, and Cray are going to be the class of the field, and it's going to be one of those guys that's going to be hard to beat.
yeah, you're going to probably see some racing action here shortly, because the longer they wait to pass, the harder it's going to be to pass, because you're going to lose grip in those tires.
Yeah, so I would agree.
I would look to see these guys start making some moves here in the next couple laps to get to the front, because clean air is king.
Yeah, you've got to be careful where you decide to make that move, though, because if you do it too early, like you said, the tires do start to fall off, and if you've got somebody who's saved just enough, and you got a lot of talent up here with these drivers, that I don't think any of them are really going to fade all that much, so it's going to be a matter of timing, I think, to get right.
Yeah, right now, any one of those top 6 drivers could throw a blanket over it.
Yeah, back to Gardner's only just about 2/10, and then you've got 3/4 of a second back to Johnson, who's fallen off just a little bit, but still up 12 positions, and then 5 seconds back to Ron Thompson and Nicholas Casey and those guys.
Looks like Dan Shamoon's going to be making a move into second place here.
He's trying to make his way around Josh Harbin. He does just about complete the pass, but Harbin's able to hold on the outside and make it a little bit of a task for him. But I don't think Harbin's going to want to do that for too long. Like as we were just talking about, you're going to burn your tires up trying to fight too much right now, so it might be better served just giving that position up, getting back in line, and riding out for a few more laps. He's trying to do that right now. Yep. He does squeeze down just in front of Promoda. Promoda wasn't giving him too much room.
Yeah, Promoda was being nice, though. I think he let him in.
Yeah, I guess you could call that letting them in.
That's a gentleman's racing right there. These guys have done an amazing job racing tonight. I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, it's been a real exciting race, and it's always nice to see green flag pit stops and watch the strategy actually play out and let the skill show itself. 23 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is race 3 of the vSpeed FRT Contender Series.
Yes, Dan took the race last week at Auto Club. And right now, top 10 point leaders are going to be Bailey Dutton. Got Jim Johnson in second place.
I'm sorry to cut you off. We got 3 wide. Oh, okay. Now they finally got themselves out of it. I thought it was going to take them 3 wide on the apron down there into, into turn 1, or into turn 4, I'm sorry. Go right ahead, though. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We got to get to the action when we can see it. But back to the point standings, we have Tyler Bentley in third place. We have Anthony Promoda in fourth place. Nicholas Casey in fifth place. Todd Cray in sixth place. Dan Fowley in seventh. Russ is in eighth. Ryan Lang's in ninth. And Dale Davis is in 10th place. So that's your top 10 in the points chase right now. And we'll see who gets those championship points today here in about 20 laps.
Yeah, well, it's a 16 race season is what it looks like, and obviously race 3 gets a race 4 here coming up next week, and you're a quarter of the way through the season, so every point's going to matter going forward here, and looks like the standings, even as you just went through, they are pretty close. Dutton has a 4-point lead over Johnson, who actually made a big move last week, up 10 positions in the standings, so it's still anybody's run. There's only 20 points, 19 points or so back to 11th place. So still got a lot of drivers that could be thinking about winning a championship this season.
All right. Looks to kind of just done turned from a 6-truck race down to a 5-truck race now. We have Josh that's fallen off a little bit there.
Yeah, he's half a second back now. I'm not quite sure what happened to him in the last few seconds as we were going through the standings and watching.
Well, I tell you what, though, that 8 truck that Dan Shamu's driving, that's a pretty truck, man. Gross Designs to put that truck together for Dan, and that thing looks sharp.
Yeah, they do a nice job at Gross Designs with the paint schemes that they come up with. I know Aaron's very proud of what he's done with that company, and I know Aaron very well, and hats off to him. He's a busy guy, done some really good work. So
yeah, Aaron does a great job on all of the stuff he takes care of. He's helping Minnie Tyrell here now with some of the stuff that he's doing too. So hats off of him. Hats off to him for that.
Inside 20 to go now. Dalton's got a lead of about. No, wait, Dan's still chasing him. Yeah, so he's got about 2/10 on Dan.
It's like Pomoda's starting to show a little bit of speed here.
He is. He was. Let's see. Last lap. He was. No, they were within 4/100ths of a second. The top 3, top 5. They're all running 16, 17s, 19s, 20s. Quickest that time though, Jeremy Gardner, 31.19, only about 4/100ths faster.
Looks like Josh fell back about 2 seconds off that pack now, so
Josh must have had a problem.
I'm not really sure what's going on with him.
Timmy Longwood Jr. entering pit road. Not sure what's going on with his car, but he's going to end up going a lap down here. He got out pit road about 2.5 minutes ago. I can't imagine that.
Continues to...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Dalton still continues to paint that line. He's doing a great job out front there.
I was going to say, I'm not sure. I was going to say that maybe Josh is saving something, but he's still falling back. He's 2 seconds now, so I don't think he's trying to save or get a run at the end here or anything. I just think he either had a problem, somebody might have run into him, taken a little damage or something, knocked his arrow out a bit. We'll have to ask him at the end of the race.
Well, I think Dan may be saving a little, and I think Jeremy may be saving a little. So I would be watching those two as we get towards the end of the race here.
Sorry for the five. Got a touch bit tight there. My bad.
We've got, let's see what it looks like from Dan's view of things here. Give everybody a view, kind of feel for what these cars are doing. You can see how much he's having to work the wheel, keep that thing online, and not let the back end get away from him as these tires start to come off again. You can hear him scrubbing the tires in the corners just a little bit.
Yep. They're starting to wear a little bit. They've been running these trucks hard, so getting some wear on them. They're going to be a little tough to drive, especially once you get side by side.
We got Dalton's view here now. That's the best view to have coming towards the end of the race. Nobody in front of you. No lap traffic to deal with. He's gonna should have a clean racetrack most of the way. I don't see anything getting in his way at this point.
No, that next car is about a third of the track away from him, and I don't think they got enough time to catch him. So
we're gonna come into 11 to go here.
All right, Pomoda's done got Dan a little loose coming out of 4 there, and he's trying to make a move under him here. Can he make it stick?
If he does, the 42 is going to try to follow him through. Jeremy Gardner is going to take advantage here, and Dan may have to fall back into that 4th position, try to make another run out of it, but he's going to try to hold on the outside, stay in the draft there, and pull Gardner, and looks like he might just do that. He's pushing hard to stay in that 3rd position. Should get the run off the corner here with the draft especially.
Well, that line that Dan's running is really hard to get past.
It is. You're able to keep your momentum up, and tires are still good enough just to be fast.
I wouldn't probably rule out Ty Cray there either, because he's still just kind of been lurking there at the back of that pack, maybe saving a little bit. So
yeah,
but he's gonna have.
Not ruling out anybody just yet, right?
Yeah, he's gonna have to make a move here pretty quick though. He's gonna run out of time.
Dalton's still quickest. Yep, nope. Dan now showing in 3rd position, obviously. Anthony had the quickest lap of those front guys, a 3.8, but 4.3 in front of him and a 4.0 behind him. Not really gaining or losing much of anything each lap. Guys are pretty equal.
Yeah, there's not a couple hundredths in the difference of any of them from one lap to the next.
Haven't talked about him much during the race. We'll take a quick look over at him. Dale Davis, up 12 positions now, biggest mover along with Jim Johnson, and sharing that honor. Nope, now it's just Dale by himself. 12 positions he's gained, 13 up to 8th position. So he's had a really, really good run. He's making a great run on the inside here to try to get around that 86 car, who is a lapped car, I believe.
Yeah, that's an awesome run from 21st to 9th. That's a really good run there. We got Tyler Bentley that's from that started in 22nd. It's up to the 11th. So
yeah, I don't think Dale's done yet either. He's like I said, 8th place and trying to close up on the 84 car there, Nicholas Carey, or I guess that's 86 car on our screen. Back to our leaders, 7 laps to go. Still got 4 guys you could basically throw under a blanket, or at least 4 guys you could throw under 2 blankets.
Anthony stalking Dalton there, so it's starting to look like it's going to be a race between those two.
It is, but I've learned one thing about Mr. Shamoon is no matter where he is with any laps left on the track, you never count him out.
This is true.
You see they're all closing in on each other once again, coming down here into turn 4, back to the start-finish line to take 5 to go.
Now you're going to start to see the racing. We're going to see whose tires are the best now.
Todd Cray, quickest lap. Last time around, 186 miles an hour. Matched by Shamoon, actually.
I think he's fell off a little too much to be able to catch these guys now.
Yeah. Just a tad. Harbin has still continued to fall off, but he's managed to hold on to 6th. I don't think Dale's going to have enough time there. He's up to 7th now. 14 positions he's picked up since the start of the race. And Harbin would be the next car that would fall into his clutches, but he's got 4 seconds or so to get to him, and I don't think he's going to have enough time. He's not making up a second a lap.
That's a great run. That's a really great run.
Yeah, really impressive. But of the leaders here, Anthony Promoter, 13 spots, started 15th, running second.
Definitely, if we had a hard charger award, that's who I would give it to.
We can have one. Who says we can't?
There you go. Hard charger award. My vote goes for Anthony Promoter.
I'd have to concur on that one, although we might have to let him share it, let Dale and him share it, because 14 spots, biggest mover of the race. Pretty difficult to not keep him in the mix there too. Up to 7th position, like I said, from 21st starting position. So, well done. Coming down here, 2 to go, as they come off of turn 2.
So
not sure he's going to have anything
try
for
to
him.
pick it up. Not sure he's going to have quite enough to do it, but you never know. Anything can happen.
See how close these guys are actually running. Top 4 is pulled away from the field by 2 seconds.
Appreciate it.
The final lap. And he's going to try for him. He's driving it in there really hard, is Promoter, but I think Dalton's going to be able to hold him off.
Yeah, he's going to have to send it to try to win this one.
Wall ride it. We've seen that. Throw it right up in there and it'll just never let off.
Right.
And their last time around the turn 4 here as they come back to start finish line. We're going to have Dalton Cowden winning race 3 of the vSpeed FRT Contender Series, followed by Anthony Permoda, then Dan Shamoon, Jeremy Gardner, Todd Cray, Josh Harbin, Dale Davis, who have 14 spots, biggest mover of the race. Hard Charger Award, Anthony Permoda finishing 2nd. Nicholas Casey finishing 8th. Ron Thompson finishing 9th. And Doc Stout, top 10. Russ even came and made up some spots there, finishing in the 11th position, lost 7 spots, started 18th and finished 11th. So good job by him to stay in it. And
it's a great job by everybody. I don't think I was ever going to see a caution-free Las Vegas race this week, but they definitely changed my mind. It was an awesome run for everyone.
Yeah, it definitely was. So we're going to take a quick break here. Let you guys keep watching the celebration there on start-finish line, and we'll see if we're going to get anybody up here to talk to after they finish the post-race activities. So we'll be right back. All right, well, looks like we're going to be ending on that note. Awesome job by these guys. Dalton, congratulations on a well-deserved win there. Our top 3, Anthony Promoto, Dan Shamoon. Um, really, really good race this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And next week, these guys are going to be... Are they following the schedule? They didn't tell me. Well, I guess we will find out where they are next week. I'll check with them and we'll see exactly what we have for you guys next week. But we appreciate everybody tuning in, and thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, guys. We appreciate everybody tuning in.